Hello and welcome to Market Psychology 101, where we look for value in the markets when there's fear and are cautious when there's greed. In today's video, in honor of the inauguration today, I wanted to take a look at Trump coin with all of you. And for this coin specifically, we are going to be taking a look at the MEXC chart. Took a look at a few other charts, and this one seems to have at least one of the most full pictures out there. As far as fear and greed right now in the crypto world, we are still in extreme greed. And overall, for crypto, as far as the last year is concerned, you can see that since the spike that took Bitcoin to 102K, that we have been falling from greed to fear, making lower highs and lows. So if there are some downtrends locally or pretty soon in the crypto world, it wouldn't be surprising. We would want to see this change direction if that trend were to break. So taking a look at Trump coin, it got all the way near the top 10 when it first came out, when the crypto ball was announced and this thing started to skyrocket. But right now it is around $34 and it has close to a $7 billion market cap. Now, if you're new to investing or crypto and you don't know what market cap means or what these numbers mean, market cap is really the number you want to pay attention to. And you have to ask yourself this question: how much do you believe from your research that you're going to do, if you are going to buy Trump coin, how much do you believe Trump coin, official Trump, can be worth? If you believe it can be a $50 billion coin, then that could 7x it from here, and you could take 7 times 35. So that would be around 175, I think, if my math is correct. But if it is to be worth $50 billion or around there, then you believe Trump coin could be worth almost as much as Doge. So with this elevated of a market cap, I think it is important to temper your expectations. And as far as investing in crypto, it's also important to first know, what is Bitcoin doing? What is Ethereum doing? I talk about this on my channel every week, so subscribe if you want to hear more. But altcoins don't typically do well when Bitcoin is not doing well, or especially when Ethereum's not doing too well. So just something to keep in mind. So Trump coin, $7 billion market cap, and let's take a look at the chart. Now, if we take a look at this chart, because this official Trump coin, it didn't come out that long ago, we cannot take a look at it really on the weekly or even the daily. We have 4 daily candles right there. We'd have to go all the way over to the 5-day time frame. We can take a look at it from the 1-day time frame, but as far as the 5-day, I think this is where we start. I like to take a look at any altcoins on the daily time frame, which is in the 1-year interval, or the weekly time frames, if not longer than that. But what we can see right here, at least on the 5-minute time frame, which is 5 days and 5-minute intervals, is that we can see here that Trump coin has lost all of these moving averages as resistance. And these are the 20, 50, the 100, and the 200. Going over to the 1-minute time frame, you can feel a little bit bullish because it got above the 20, the 50, and it got rejected off the 100. All right. And as far as the high for Trump is how high of a price it got to, the very high would be right here at around $78. So since that time, since Trump was at $78, we'll draw this out a little bit. Since that time, it has had about a 50% correction. Let's get that as close as possible. So a 60% correction for Trump coin. Now, this is a new low that was made, and something that we can do to track prices is by taking a fib retracement and drawing it from the high to the low. We do that, and as far as the new lows, each time it comes down and stays under the 382 and the 236, it's still bearish overall. So Trump coin having a new low, could this be the bottom? Sure, possibly, but then I'd be waiting for it to get above the 382 just for confirmation. If we took it to this bottom. You can see it did have a nice bounce, almost got up to its 786, but not quite, and did fall through. The most recent low back here, you can see it just barely got above the 236, never came back down, and it is just falling right now. So that is one way to look at it. You can also take a look at Trump coin from the low to the high, and we can go from its absolute low down there to its high right about there. And you can see what's happened right now. This little dip makes sense, is that Trump coin got a nice little bounce off the 236 when we take the fib from the low to the high. But if it gets down lower, then you can see these other fibs. The 382 from $17.46 and the 0.5 at around 11. So with a meme coin like this, a crypto that, in my opinion, really doesn't have any utility or value, you are banking off its promise and what you think it can be, its potential. So again, its market cap is pretty high. There are thousands of cryptos out there, and right now it's 25 overall. If you are feeling FOMO, fear of missing out, I would definitely caution you against buying into it, because then you're just doing gambling. And even with this charting, we are taking a look at some of the smallest time frames. So my advice, which none of this is financial advice, is to be patient and see how this plays out. Wait for the daily charts to at least show some more data, because right now, with what's available, you don't have much of a competitive advantage with the charting unless you zoom way, way in. And even then, it's hard to say. So if I really loved Trump coin and I wanted to get in on this, personally, I'd be waiting for a price down here between $6.90 at the 618 to $11 at the 0.5. If it got down here and started to show some support and confirmation going back to the upside, and there's ways to look for confirmation, then I would be looking for that personally if I were to be patient. We can try to look at some of these indicators like the stochastic RSI. Even this, it's elevated right now. Looks like it wants to come down further. Yeah, on the daily, there isn't even anything. So again, it's hard to say with some of these indicators. We just don't have a lot right now. And even the stochastic, this is good to see. It's just bottoming out right now. And who knows how much further down it could go if we wanted to take a look at something else like just the RSI or the relative strength index. You can see here it's nothing but bearish. And with the RSI, I wait for this to start to come up and at least double dip, but show bullishness in the strength. And right now it's just showing bearishness. You can see those dips. It is just continuing to go down. And right now we're just on the 30-minute time frame. Can we go to the 2-hour time frame? That's down. The 1-hour time frame, that's down. The 5-minute time frame, there's a little bit of bullishness, but again, you're zooming way in there. So I would caution people against buying this right now. It's a useless crypto. It's elevated in price. It's elevated in market cap. And again, I would be willing, if I really want to get in on this, I'd be willing to be patient, and I would wait and see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin, at least as far as today, it's gone down around 1%. As far as the last few days, we'll take a look at this. As far as the last few days, it has gone all the way down from 109K to around 100K, and that's around an 8% down move. Going to the daily, what do we see here? We just now have a daily candle to the 1618 for Bitcoin, which is at around 101, 102K. And if it breaks underneath that, then we'd be taking a look for Bitcoin at around 98K, 96K. If it gets underneath this line, it may get support. But right now, I think that is probably a sell signal. We'll turn that on. That's a sell signal on the daily. I have on Heikin-Ashi candles, try to show trends when it's possible. So I'd be waiting for the sell move to finish and waiting for at least the daily to come back before, again, taking a realistic look at Trump and Trump coin. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't be touching it. I'd be willing to be patient and see if that price can come down somewhere between $7 to $10 and then wait and see. Could this go up further? Could it go to 10 billion again, 20 billion, 40? Who knows? This is crypto. Anything can happen. But at best, this is just a gamble. And even with technical analysis, it's barely an educated gamble. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Disagree? What do you think about Trump coin? Do you plan on buying it at all? I saw a notification that it's available to buy on Robinhood as of today. And that's not always bullish news as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.